Okay, next up, we have Marley Liebrich-Stryker. And the title is What If? But before, I'm going to read just an intro paragraph to provide some background. Erectile dysfunction is an issue that affects many couples, but unfortunately doesn't get a lot of honest discussion. Those Viagra commercials featuring middle-aged couples do not count. Without a societal context for these issues, men and women are left struggling on their own, unsure how to talk about the problem. This is one woman's story of wondering what if she had known how to talk about it. All right.
Hey. I'm just going to say I did not write this. It's been in Dick Talk since I was a freshman, I think, but I really wish I had written it. So, creative writing major, you know, what can you do? All right. When I was in high school, I fell in love with my first boyfriend, who we'll call Tony. He was a junior at my high school on the debate team, and he lived just down the street from my house. I drove him home every day after school, and our attraction grew as we talked and got to know each other. Even my parents thought our relation was built on mutual respect and common interests. So when a mere 2 months into our relationship, I asked my mom to get me birth control. She was a little bit hesitant, but eventually she agreed. Tony and I knew we were ready to have intercourse. We had waited a lot longer than many of our friends. We knew we really loved each other, and most importantly, the oral sex we had been having was awesome. So I went on the pill, and he got condoms, and one day his parents were out for the day, and I came over. We did the things we normally did: the foreplay, the oral sex, a shower together, the I love yous. We were really ready. He went to put on the condom. For some reason, it didn't stay on very well, which was surprising because he had a really huge penis. He tried anyway to get inside of me, and it didn't work. I thought maybe I was too tight, but really, neither of us knew what the problem was. We were both virgins, and we'd read a lot about sex, but nothing had ever warned us about this problem. We fumbled for a while, and then his father came home early. I heard him shouting from the stairs, jovially announcing that he'd taken the rest of the day off. We panicked. I couldn't put my bra on fast enough, so I hid in Tony's closet, and eventually his dad took the dog for a walk, and I escaped home. Later, Tony and I discussed what had happened, and we agreed that we had just been really nervous and in a rush. Secretly, I wondered if he had an impotence problem. I didn't think so, because he could ejaculate when I gave him blowjobs, but I didn't know. I had never encountered another erect penis, and he hadn't either. We chalked up the first awkward encounter to nerves and decided to try again. The second time, his parents were out of town, to a whole nother state where they definitely could not walk in on us. Wow. We started off by watching our favorite movie, which, of course, we could not get through because we couldn't stop making out. We went up to his bedroom, undressed super fast, and then he went down on me for a while, and I was moaning, and he put the condom on, and it wouldn't go on. Except this time, there was no father to walk in on us. All we could do was lie there and think about how we couldn't do this supposedly simple thing that people in love do. We were both excellent students. He was popular. We were active in our school, and frankly, all of our friends assumed that we were already doing it. So why couldn't we? We loved each other, and we wanted to be inside each other, so what was wrong with us? We tried not to dwell too much on the problem. I gave him head, and we held each other through the night. In the morning, as we brushed our teeth and looked at ourselves in the mirror, I thought how nice it was to share our morning routine. I thought, I could do this forever. And our problem, well, if we get older and it's still a problem, we'll just go to a doctor. They would be able to fix it. We stayed together for 6 months, and we didn't until I left for Beloit. In all that time, we never did achieve intercourse, and we also never really talked about it again. It was this huge, sad thing we couldn't breach because we both felt like it was our fault. Mine for being small and his for being soft. We could hold each other for hours. We had the same edgy sense of humor. We told each other everything about ourselves. It was otherwise perfect. In the end, we only broke up because we both knew I needed to be single going into college. I lost my virginity first semester of my freshman year to a boy I met at Beloit. I didn't love him as much as I loved Tony, but his penis was harder, and in the end, that was all we needed. From that experience, I learned that, yes, I was really small since it was even difficult with this new boyfriend, but it was not impossible like it had been in high school. It really upset Tony when he found out about this, but there was nothing either of us could do to make it feel better, so we just didn't talk to each other. But after my college boyfriend and I woke up and I went home for the summer, Tony and I were finally able to have an honest conversation. One night in August, we took a walk around our subdivision, and he told me that when he had turned 18, he had finally been able to go to a urologist without his insurance telling his parents. The urologist had run a bunch of tests, and they had all been inconclusive, except to say that there was probably something wrong with his heart, and he could probably not conceive children. I looked up at this 6-foot-tall, muscular man with his full beard, a man who had to account for traditional masculinity, but really just wanted to love me like he was told he should. The man I thought I might have children with, and while it all made sense, it also didn't. When he told me that Viagra had cured the problem, it was surreal coming from an 18-year-old's mouth. Then we discussed what we were both wondering. Should we have sex? I now knew how, and I could show him, and it would be really special, and with someone we still loved, and we could do what we had always wished for. He was for it, but he said it was my decision since I got attached more easily. With a week left before I was to return to Beloit, I decided not to. And then, just like I had done, he went to college, got a girlfriend, and had sex. And now he won't call me. He says it's because he's busy, but I know, we both know, it's because of what lingers between us. We both know each other at our most vulnerable, at our most physically weak. We always wonder what if. And even our friendship can't handle that what if.